I'm Stephen Peterson, and today I'm going to be informing you guys on the ministry that I have here in Costa Rica, and it goes by the name of this: Semillas de Vida. And so that's Spanish for Seeds of Life. So I know I've talked about before my ministry here in Costa Rica, but I've never explained what I do in Costa Rica, and I've never explained what the ministry is. So I'm going to take this time and explain everything that this ministry here in Costa Rica does. So the first thing that we do is we have a kids club. That's the first branch of our ministry. Our latest record of attendance for this kids club ministry is that we have had over 80 different kids come and been impacted by our ministry. However, our normal numbers for a Saturday is really up in the 20s. Our next branch for the Semillas de Vida ministry happens in our youth group. This is where the kids that are 12 to 20 years old come in the afternoons on Saturdays, and this is where we come, we get together, we play games, we try and do some more interactive games where we get to break these kids out of their cliques and get to talk to the people that they really don't know or wouldn't talk to otherwise. And we really dive into the scriptures for our youth group. This year we've been focusing a lot on the gospel. So we focus on a lot of parables, a lot of gospel parallels in the Bible. We just want them to perfectly understand what is the gospel. If they learn nothing else from us, we can know that they understand the gospel perfectly. So our next branch of the Semillas de Vida ministry happens in our Sunday service, or our church. Now this actually has a lot to do with the ministry history, because this ministry didn't start as a church building. This ministry started as an in-home Bible study, where here in Costa Rica is a primarily Catholic country. However, when we started these in-home Bible studies, the people said, wow, we really like this doctrine. We really like that we're in the Bible, that we're reading the Bible, discovering the truth for ourselves, and seeing that it's different from what a majority of other people are saying. So we want to get together and we want to have a church building where we can meet every week and we can dive into the Word together. So that's the history of the church. And so now every Sunday, starting at 9 when we have Sunday school and ending at 11:30 when the service actually ends, we all meet together and we study the Word. Our deepest in Bible studies have been Romans, and right now we're about halfway through our study in Genesis. So our next branch of the Semillas de Vida happens in our Bible studies. We have about 3 different weekly Bible studies. I personally lead a Bible study on Friday nights, and that's where anyone from the church, anyone from teens, kids, to adults, grandparents even, come to the house where I live in here in the country, and we go and study the Word, and we've been going through the Sermon on the Mount. On Wednesdays, we have our women's Bible study, and that's where the women of the church get together, and they have a time where they share some desserts, and then they go through their study in 2 Peter. The last Bible study is Esteban's Bible study on Thursdays. So the last Bible study that we have currently going throughout the year happens on our Thursday nights. And this one is a lot more of an unofficial Bible study, because this is the Bible study that the pastor of the church, Esteban Moore, goes to a family. He goes to their house to share the gospel with them. Because they really aren't Christians yet, but this Bible study is their process of discovering actually what the gospel is, discovering that they should actually read the Bible for themselves, and becoming energized and excited to actually do that. Esteban's told me multiple times that this group of people have sent him messages saying that they've already finished their weekly reading and they want more. And so he gets to go and he gets to share the gospel with them every single week and explain new things about who Jesus is, what he did, and why it's important for us. So the last branch is something that's not a branch yet. It's our future plans. Our future plans are very ambitious. One of the things that we want to do here is, for the town of Santa Rosa, we want to help their education system from their kids. That is the biggest need for the town, because a lot of the kids here that either go to their public school systems don't really learn a lot. So we want to be able to give them a good future so that they don't end up working in a pineapple plantation. So one of our future plans here for the ministry is to build a Christian bilingual school, so that we said anyone that comes up to the school with these skills that they need to have a very prosperous and successful life, and at the same time we get to share the gospel with them from when they're a young age, so that hopefully when God actually decides to call them, they already have a really good biblical worldview. So those are all the branches and even the future plans that we have as a ministry together. We have our kids club, our youth group, our church and church services, Bible studies. Mostly those are in-home Bible studies. Our GAP team and our Chi-M, and those are our future plans. And everything that we do as a ministry, we do to give to the glory to God. That's what everything here is for, is to give the glory to God so people can understand who God is, so we can spread his word to the people that don't know or have a confused view of it, so that they can in turn go and spread the word as well.